On this week's episode, we talk about the Battle of the Max, NBA Finals, the surging Blue Jays, Team Canada goes on strike, and the Live Tour gets its list of committed players. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 19, season 2, Points and Penalties. For all our listeners, we'd like to remind you, please subscribe wherever you get your podcast. For our viewers on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the little PMP button in the bottom right-hand corner of the video. It's right about here. Yeah, you can do it. No matter how you follow us, give us a like and follow on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Points Penalties. Once again, my name is Josh. With me, my super awesome co-hosts, Kevin, Jesse, and Peter. Kev, you know I love starting with you, buddy. What you drinking tonight?
I got myself a Collingwood White's Bay. It is an Indian Pale Ale. I believe this is a 6.1%. Let's give her a try.
In India Pale Ale. In India.
Sure.
Should challenge him.
Good.
Can you show us the can, Kev?
Yeah, man.
Get those viewers, they love to see the cans. Oh, shit. Look at that.
It's great.
Nice.
It's good tasting. Pedro. Thanks for the, it's in India, by the way.
The correction.
Right.
No problem. That's what I'm here for.
Right, bro.
So
what are you having then, Pedro?
I'm having a Broadhead Brewery Blueberry Blonde. Oof, it's a lot of bees. It is,
I bet you there's gonna be a bitch attached to it too.
probably. It's only a 5%. But it's probably not the winner for the day. That's okay. And yeah, Broadhead Brewing Company, brewed in Ottawa. Saw it at the store. And definitely have not had it on the show before, so I figured I'd grab it and give it a try, even though it's only 5%. Jesse,
There you go.
Pretty brutal, yeah.
Well, I don't think I've had a Collingwood either, but I made sure it was more than 5%.
attaboy, Kev.
He increased from last week too. I think he was below 5 last time, so
We
said
both
bare-
were.
bare minimum.
Hey, my bare minimum 1, so
That's pretty good. It's I've never had a blueberry blonde before. It's got a definite blueberry
I've had a
taste to it.
strawberry blonde before.
Yeah. Attaboy. How'd she taste?
No comment.
Well, blueberry blonde is pretty good. Jesse, what are you drinking?
Well, I'm drinking Side Launch Brewing Company, and the beer is called Fifth Coast Hazy IPA. It's got a little bit of camping on it, so I'm pretty pumped for when that starts happening.
yeah.
And it's going down pretty smooth. Very, very good. And it is a solid 6.4. So
Oh shit.
I
Bringing the
got
heat
lead.
today.
Well, it's not much of the heat. It's more. It was more of the average, but now with you guys bringing it down, it's
Man,
up
I should go get a different beer now.
Don't waste this one, Yosh. Don't waste it.
Well, what are you having, Yosh?
All right, I'm having a Lake of Bays Brewing Flight Plan. It is a double IPA, and it is a solid 8%. Taking the heat today.
Nice.
At least someone else decided to.
Step up.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
just show up.
yeah. Let's give this a go. This is going to be great. I can tell just by the winningness of it already. I can tell it's going to be great.
That is what makes the beer taste better.
Championships, yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, man. It's hoppy for show, but it's good. Normally, I would say you want to hop into basketball. We're not going to start at basketball. Not this week. We're starting in NHL. It's pretty important stuff here, Pete. What do you got to tell us?
Well, why don't we hop down into a pair of skates?
Oh shit! I should have used that one.
You
Oh.
hop into them.
Sure, if they're really loose and open, why not? Okay, we're starting the playoffs off with the Battle of the Max. Colorado Avalanche at the Edmonton Oilers. McDavid McKinnon. And not expected by probably most of us, but get your Bruins out. Colorado is right on the verge of sweeping the Edmonton Oilers to
With a
advance.
backup.
To advance to the Cup final for the first time since they won it all in 2002. So after winning the first two at home, Edmonton came out firing on all cylinders in Game 3. McDaniel scored just 38 seconds in, but then penalty trouble quickly took the wind out of their sails. Evander Kane was given a 5-minute major for boarding on Nazem Kadri. Kadri was injured on the hit, and it has been confirmed he is going to miss the rest of the conference finals. Now, Kane was just given a 1-game suspension for the hit. We learned that just before the show started. And on top of the 5-minute major, do you think that is the right punishment? Have you guys seen this hit?
I was watching it. Not nice.
Yeah, no, it's you learn at a young age not to do. That's textbook boarding. You learn.
That's why they have a little stop thing on the
That's
back
right.
of their jersey.
That's right. Little stop sign in Timbits hockey. They don't hit him in the numbers.
I thought he should
Exactly
have
what he
got.
did.
I think he should have been out of that game. I mean, in regards to that hit, I mean, 5 minutes was, good, but he should have been also five in a game.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
But the punishment, I mean, just a game out of it. That's like, this is playoff hockey. It's not like regular season here. I mean, one game doesn't. I don't like it. You should have at least got 2, or at least a series.
Well, I mean, maybe he did get the rest of the series.
Well,
Could be only 1 game left.
fair enough. But this guy is he's not an angel, right?
No.
Like he's had his history too. So to get only the 1 game, I mean, maybe they were looking at if they pull this guy, he's been pretty good for Edmonton. So if they pull him off the ice for a couple games, then it would probably be over, and maybe the NHL doesn't want it to be quite over yet this round. So I think it could probably could have been a longer suspension, 2-3 games maybe. There's always talk especially in the playoffs that when a player gets hurt, then and the guy that inflicts the injury, he should be out just as long as the player that is injured. And that's obviously a double-edged sword, but I think in this case it maybe not should be as long as Kadri's out, but I would say at least another game, maybe 2, so 3 games total, I would say.
That's even probably starting it in the regular season then, because it would carry over.
It could, yeah. It depends on if they only play 1 more game, right? I don't know if that's how it works, but
I don't know either.
yeah. Because I'm pretty sure it is in football. It carries over, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But there's not too many people that get suspended in the playoffs, I don't think.
Right.
But yeah, it definitely carries over from, and I believe it happens to. It's like PEDs testing in MLB too. They carry over from the year before.
Right.
Seems like something that our insiders should know.
Probably.
We already went over this last week. Our insider's not so good at it being an insider.
I don't know.
I just saw the hit too. It I get what they're saying, like, yeah, you hit him in the numbers and you're not supposed to be doing that. And he was well away from the board when that happened. And yeah, it looks like he hurt himself a lot, but
They said it was like a wrist or hand injury is what they're saying. Now, if this was regular season and that happened, would he have gotten 1 game? Do you think he would have just been a fine? Or do you think he would have had that 3-game suspension automatically?
Yeah, I mean, at starting point, like they say, a game in the playoffs is worth 2 games in the regular season. So you just double everything that's in a playoff suspension as a regular season suspension. So is it 2 games in the regular season? Yeah, probably about that. He probably gets kicked out for the game, 5 in a game, and then 2, I would think, in the regular season. Like the hit is not, if you watch it, it's not that malicious.
it doesn't look that. But
No, he just gave him a shove and he lost an edge.
Yeah, but it's in the no area, and it's the kind of hit they're trying to get out of the game. So I would have gone, like we said earlier, 5 in the game off the start and the one more game, but they got close enough, I guess. And we'll see K back if they can manage to not get swept. So in the end, the Oilers weren't able to hold off the onslaught of the Avalanche after taking that 5-minute penalty, which they did kill off, but they weren't able to close out the game. A large part of that might have been how long McDavid was on the bench after his flaming hot start, and then having to ride the pine for most of the PK. So game 4 is tomorrow night in Edmonton. Do you think they're going to sweep?
I would say yeah, but I wouldn't want them to, because look. Well, I mean, I don't want to ruin what's coming up too in regards to Tampa, but I mean, they'll have a long rest. I mean, a rested group is not really a great group. You still want to be into that rhythm. You still want to be into that mindset, not just sit there resting.
Well, I disagree. At this point in the playoffs, I would take every single day of rest you can get.
And look what's happening to Tampa Bay. I mean, they finally won one, but
we'll get into that.
that's
That's
what I'm saying.
there are other
later.
reasons why Tampa's losing.
Yeah, so I don't think that they will sweep. I think Edmonton's gonna come out flying, and they'll get at least that one. Maybe it'll be a gentleman's sweep later on the following.
That's what I'm thinking. I see the gentleman's sweep coming.
But I think they get a W coming up, and I think we get to see why they're there and why we had, or a lot of people had high hopes for them even from the beginning of the season to win this thing. But
yeah.
They're going to show us something, but it'll be nice next game here on Monday. But my guess, I'm assuming they probably play Wednesday then, back in Colorado type thing, Wednesday or Thursday, and I'll bet you they lose there. So that's my guess.
Yeah,
my educated expert opinion.
I'm gonna say, yeah, they're not gonna get swept. They're gonna get one game, maybe 2. I'm gonna go be different. I'm gonna say it's gonna be game 6 before when the Avalanche take it.
okay.
Because I gotta have faith in them. They're the last Canadian team. They need to do something for us.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a little bit more interesting.
Smith ain't gonna do shite for them.
Yeah.
They just need Draisaitl and McDavid just to take over and make sure they don't take too many penalties.
No, I'm assuming Draisaitl's still injured. I mean, the guy's not playing at a full 100%.
No, he's definitely hurt.
The thing is that against some teams, Edmonton doesn't need to play any defense. It can have a shitty goalie because they can score 10 goals, but so can Colorado. So it's a tough go with them in the series for that. Edmonton actually needs to play some fucking defense. And like I said,
I mean,
it starts there, right? So,
well, if Nurse didn't score first for them, so I mean, Nurse scored on his own.
Nurse scoring on Smith.
On Smith. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
Bad juju right off the hop then.
Yeah. Shit happens. Bad bounces.
Bad goalie.
Bringing the heat against Smith. He's not so bad. He's not bad for 40. Back when you were 40, you were probably not that good, but
Probably your knee and back troubles.
Shoulder, maybe.
Okay, so at the end of the day, only Kev thinks they're going to sweep. We'll see what happens. In the Eastern Conference, Tampa, New York. So Tampa Bay's streak of not losing back-to-back playoff games finally came to an end after dropping the opening 2 contests in New York against the Rangers. The streak lasted, it was 17 straight games following a loss that they won. And it went all the way back to when they got swept by Columbus back in 2019. That was the last time they lost back-to-back games in the playoffs.
So you're saying it was only 17?
Yeah.
My challenges was 18.
No, 17 straight wins after a loss. The 18th, they lost.
On the 18th, they lost.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, okay. While somebody looks that up, Artemi Panarin appears to be the answer against Tampa Bay. So he was on that 2019 Blue Jackets team that swept the Lightning, and he's now on the New York Rangers. You broke the streak. So Tampa won today, brought the series to 2-1 for New York.
They needed that win.
Oh yeah, they did. You do not want to be down 3-0. You can ask the Edmonton Oilers. So do you think Panarin is the Tampa kryptonite? And are the Rangers going to end up in the Stanley Cup final because they have Panarin on the team?
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, it's just the Rangers. I think they just figured out the goalie. I mean, whoever's doing their research upon, where to shoot on this guy, they've done well.
I mean, clearly it's Panarin because he's the only one that can seem to figure it out.
Well, I mean, Benajad, I mean, he sniped that one nicely over his blocker. So, and I think that's what they've been told: shoot high on him, and it just seems to be working.
I mean, I'm just gonna say yes. Yes, I think Panarin is Tampa's kryptonite. Tampa's going to go down because of Artemi. He's gonna light it up over the next couple games here and get a big W for the New York Rangers. Shesterkin is playing pretty friggin' solid, and he's still my Vezina. He's still my Vezina winner. I know the playoffs don't have anything to do with that, but I called it before. I'm sticking with my guns. And yeah, so Panarin and Shesterkin, they're my boys.
Yeah, don't forget Adam Fox. He's fucking all-star too.
Sure, yeah. Actually, so I got one little thing to say about this this series here. I happened to be at a small gathering, and there was a bet place, and I just wanted to shout out to these two guys so that this is official, and they got to pay up when it's all over with. So the bet was that the Rangers were going to beat Tampa, and the value is $300 for if whoever wins gets $300. So this should be pretty interesting. I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Oh, I already know who.
They know who it is. I'm sure you guys could probably guess at least one half of the person,
of
one
course.
half of the bet. But yeah, it'll be interesting because the Tampa, the person that chose Tampa was pretty damn confident, and the first early two games going to New York was probably shaking in his boots a little bit. But anyway,
it's far from over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah. Like I said, they needed that win.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's the kryptonite. I think Lightning are come back and get into the finals because
sticking your guns.
Yeah. So why? I'm usually right, so why would I fucking change it?
There you go.
I do see here it says Tampa Bay has won 18 straight games immediately following a playoff loss.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Well, that's a headline. I didn't go actually digging into it, but it's also on the Lightning website.
Damn it.
I don't think they're putting out fake news.
You never know.
But they could be.
Attaboy, Kev.
Damn it.
Knocking Petey down. I like it. I like it.
And you're the hockey dude.
And you're the hockey. Yeah, I told you. We went over this last week.
You want to steal points off Peter? Just talk to him
I'm
about
gonna get relegated soon. Getting relegated to the AHL.
That's why I had to confirm you said 17. That's all.
As soon as you said that, I'm like, he's challenging.
Yeah, you can always tell when Kev's zeroing in on the challenge. Did you say?
He didn't even fucking beat you at all. Just confirming what you said.
I just volunteered bad data. That's all. All right, let's move on to a couple NHL awards that were announced. The Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy is going to Carey Price this year. This trophy is awarded to the NHL player who best exemplifies the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication. So after leading the Habs to the Stanley Cup final last season, Price had knee surgery in the summer and entered the NHL Player Assistance Program near the start of the season over a substance issue. He made his season debut in April with just 2 weeks left in the season. And after losing his first 4 starts, he registered his only win on the year in the final game in a 10-2 drubbing of the President's Trophy winning Florida Panthers. So Carey Price, the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy winner. Buddy had obviously a very difficult season. He's got 4 years and 31.25 million reasons left to come back with a $10.5 million cap hit each season. But do you think this is the end for him? Do you think he's going to come back? Because his future seems to be a bit up in the air at the moment.
I say he comes back, but he's not going to be a Canadian. I'm saying, I mean, if he's going to go anywhere, just as me, just, hypothetically, I mean, I don't think he's going to stay the full time out with Montreal, but he'll either go home to Seattle or Vancouver.
But
he's going to go close to home.
Seattle could have had him for free in the expansion draft and said no.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Vancouver would be in any kind of position to take on that much salary.
Isn't Thatcher Demko pretty decent?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So I think he comes back, and I think he stays at least 3 out of the 4 years. Like, he might retire eventually, but I think he stays. What else? I mean, he's been a Canadian his entire life. He's not going to change now. He's owed a shit ton of money still.
Yep.
Roll it with it. Like, yeah, you're not going to win. You're not going to win a cup. Sorry about your luck. You're probably not going to win a cup in the next 3 years, maybe, but it's not likely with the team that they have. Like, obviously they can build, and obviously they can make moves and whatnot. But my guess is that without making moves, they don't push for a cup in the next 3 years. But so that dream might be lost on them. But I don't know. It's a lot of fucking money to leave on the table if you're just going to retire at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not like he can just go to Vancouver, or like he's under contract, so they got to move him. So I think
I'm just saying he's not going to finish his career with Montreal.
Well, I mean, it could be 4 years from now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I would say the opposite. I would say he would finish his career.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, kind of, he'd just be weird in any other jersey.
For sure. Well, that's what I think.
Yeah. Okay. The Frank J. Selke Trophy. I'll give you 3 guesses as to who won this one, but you're only going to need one, because it went again to Patrice Bergeron.
He didn't let us guess.
Could have won your challenge back, bro.
Anyway, they might as well rename this trophy the Bergeron Award, because he's won it so many goddamn times. It's his record 5th victory, 5th time winning this award. I don't know if you call it a victory. So now he is the most ever to win the Frank J. Selke Trophy.
And what is this? The most defensive?
Sorry,
forward or something,
yes. This is the most defensive forward, the best defensive forward.
Well, look at Patrice.
Yeah.
He's getting up there, eh? Like,
wish he'd just retire already.
Yeah, how many more years do you think he plays?
Not many. Like this, maybe one more, I would guess. Like, he's up there. He's still playing at a high enough level. But the Bruins aren't really there right now, so I don't know if he
does he finish his career in Boston?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, look at Patrice there. That's good for him winning that many times. I always thought that with Lidstrom, he won the fucking Norris so many times. Like, when is it just going to be called the Lidstrom?
You mean the word Norris, like Adam Fox won? You don't even fucking know who he is?
Yeah, exactly. I know the name Adam Fox, but it's not a guy that I follow.
There you go.
If it was a Kitchener Ranger, maybe, but
no, New York Ranger. Okay, so there's a points penalties bracket update, because it's over.
It's over for sure.
It's over. It's over. Jesse is unfortunately the winner with 10 correct. and 2 possible remaining, which are both Tampa Bay. They get out of the Eastern Conference Final, and if they win the Cup. So Jesse locked up first place. Josh has locked up second with 8 correct and 1 more possible, which is also Tampa making it to the finals.
Yeah.
Pete is third with 6 correct, no more possible. And Kev, you weren't able to tie because Carolina didn't beat the New York Rangers. So you ended up in last with 5 correct, none possible.
Damn.
That sucks.
That's a tough go, man. Like, how is it that the 2 guys that know more about hockey are in the bottom of this? And the 2 guys that know the least
I
amount of hockey.
demolished them.
Well, it's
Yes,
simple.
you did. Like,
It's simple, you see. Shit happens.
You
The
bet on
playoffs
Leafs.
because
Our
sports,
chaos.
right? Because sports.
Exactly, because sports. And actually, Jesse just said the right answer. The other 3 of us went heavy on the Leafs.
Yeah, that's fair.
Don't bet on them, man. That's all you got to worry about.
Yeah, maybe if I don't don't bet on them once, that'll be the year they actually do something. I'm willing to try anything at this point.
Just do what Kev did this year. Didn't give a shit, he said.
Yeah.
Except that he did.
I know.
Not really.
Not
Not
really.
really. That
There's
wasn't
a
so-
few rants of you going off on the Leafs.
but it wasn't as a big disappointment in regards to them losing. Like I would have been like further years. I mean, it's like, no, I'm done. I'm done being heartache with them.
Well,
So
how much more can it
Just
hurt
watch it.
really at this point? Like you guys gotta,
Yeah, I
heart has to
mean,
be like made of iron at this point.
This one really wasn't that bad. Last year's was much worse.
it was kind of expected.
It's always expected, man. Fucking first round.
Anyway,
you do get used to it, and you get numb to the pain.
yeah. It's just gonna make it, when they finally do win, it's gonna make it feel so much better.
Let's hope.
Let's
I'd
hope.
probably be still in so much shock that I'd be calling in work that my hands are stuck in the air.
I thought you said you're not a fan though, so why would you care?
No, if they win, I
You
think
should
I've
be
always,
indifferent. You'd be like,
but as I've said though, I will always bleed blue and white. As much as I hate
should
them.
probably get that checked out, man.
That's not normal. Well, Kev, the Leafs are all golfing right now because they
It is-
got kicked out so early.
And that is pretty normal for them. So.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us who else is golfing starting June 9th?
Yes. So we do have a list of names finally. So they live, like you said, Pedro starts June 9th. The long-awaited golf field, like I said, has been announced. This is being played at Centron Golf Club outside of London, England, which is a site of this event. There is about 42 names released Tuesday evening, although there are probably going to be expected 48 of players to be playing in this field. One of the players currently not listed is Phil, but most likely he will be teeing off on that 9th. Now we have some names here. I'm not going to list all of them because there's about I mentioned 42 with a question mark with Phil. So, but you got some with Dustin Johnson, Louis Ostaven, Kevin Na, Sergio Garcia, just to name some, Lee Westwood. There's the list goes on and on, guys. It's there. But my understanding with what's happening here is that these players, once they do tee off, is when their suspension is going to start. So they may be listed and going into this tournament, but once they hit that ball off the first tee, is when punishment from the PGA is going to come down. Dustin Johnson's already lost his sponsorship with the PGA with the RBC. Now, my question to you guys here is, now some players, I believe there's only a few on this list, have a green jacket. Now with the green jacket, that is an automatic honor into that tournament. Does the Masters allow them to play?
No. The Masters is a PGA tournament. If the PGA is going to suspend them or ban them, then they can't play.
So you're saying they rip them of their green jacket?
No, they won't. They won't take their green jacket. the green
They're
jacket.
gonna show up in a white van. They're gonna pile out with a bunch of security dudes, repo men. They're gonna go find the green jacket and take it back.
No, I mean that's like taking back the trophy. They still won, but if they're going to ban them because they're going to a rival tour, then why would they let them play? It, Augusta National, although is a its own entity as a golf course, is still part of the PGA Tour, and they would have to abide by the PGA Tour rules. If the PGA Tour rules are saying that these guys can't play because they are playing in another tournament or another tour, then what's Masters going to do? Sorry about your luck. They can't play. Now, there's only a couple guys, like you said. Like,
I think DJ is definitely one of them.
yeah, I'm not about to say who may or may not because I don't want to get challenged.
Challenge!
I
I
can't.
think Sergio Garcia.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure Sergio won one, and then
I think maybe Lee Westwood. I don't know.
that he might have been the other guy too. But and there's a handful of like I'm not surprised that. Other than DJ, there aren't too many top end PGA guys on this, but there are a lot of like mid to high end guys. So Kevin Na, Sam Horsfield, Lee Westwood's, Ian Poulter, Charles Schwartzel. Like these are half decent players still, like so now these are guys I can't choose in the fucking pools we go in, Jess. Like it's bullshit.
I'm fine with Dustin going because he screwed me on the last one. Good riddance.
Good riddance. There you
Now,
go.
DJ did say that he was doing this for his family, and it's about the money. And I would assume most of these mid to high end guys, if the purse is $2 or $3 million for a higher end tournament in the PGA, and so you finish 20th, you're gonna get 20,000, let's say, or 100,000, whatever. And now you can turn that 100,000 into $1 million or into 500,000. Like I said, these guys aren't top end guys that are winning championships in the PGA. So why not go where you can potentially make more money for the lower end player? And you have a chance to win now. Like these guys have a legit chance to win every week. Some of these mid to high end guys, because the field isn't as strong, but hey, at least you can win. Like, just because you're in B division doesn't mean that you're not a champion, when you win
But
it. So
it just sucks that that
you're
the
still
B
B
division is
division.
making more money than the A division. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
well, that's
I mean, the PGA can definitely give out more money as
That's-
regards to wins, but
that's on
they
the PGA
don't.
then. Well, then the players need to create a union and backlash on the fucking PGA and say we want more money, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you'll strike, but we'll get to that.
Or
Foreshadowing.
like what you did there.
Yeah.
Or let your clubs do the talking and go join the live.
There you go.
So we'll definitely know by the next episode upon who wins the very first tournament for the LIV.
We should, unless it goes like it's delayed or something, Kev. I mean,
Well,
don't promise our viewers and listeners and something you can't control.
But it's definitely not the most important golf tournament happening that weekend.
No, definitely not.
Far from it.
'Cause
Canadian Open.
That's right, Canadian Open, and you're going to that, are you not?
Yeah, buddy.
Which day are you going?
Friday afternoon, I'll be there.
Who are you tracking?
No idea.
No idea.
Not a clue. Never watched golf a day in my life.
If the ball comes anywhere near you, sir, you gotta fucking
Pick it
drop
up.
to the ground. Drop
I'm
to the
gonna
ground,
catch it.
like, or kick it. No, drop to the ground. Make it a signed ball.
The problem is that there'll be cameras that will show Pete just like flopping.
Hopefully that footage won't come out until after.
After you get paid, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, it's not likely. Not likely. I mean, who knows? It's still speculation that the PGA is going to do anything to these guys,
Yep.
right?
No, exactly. I mean,
So-
like I said, once they tee it off, once they hit that ball,
But even
That's
so,
it.
we don't know that for sure. The PGA hasn't come out and said that, right? So we were speculating that was going to happen. That's what the experts are saying, but maybe it doesn't. It's I don't know. To me, for the PGA to ban these guys is like they're scared. Well, we're scared that you're leaving our tour to go to that tour. Please don't go. Please don't go. If you do, you can't ever come back. That's it. To me, it looks like they're scared. And I
I'm
get that with
surprised.
the money.
I'm surprised they haven't actually said that. I thought they had.
I don't think so. I don't think they've said that officially. Maybe it's been.
How do you suspend a guy for playing a golf tournament?
Exactly.
If you never said you're not allowed to.
Right. And like, do they suspend? So does some of these guys go over and play in some of these other tournaments? Like there's an Asian tour, right? And there's other tours. So can these guys go over there and play? Maybe those are part of the PGA tour.
Yeah, they are part of the PGA.
If it's a PGA umbrella, then that's different then. But like you said, if there's no rule in the PGA book that says you can't play for X tour, then
like what if one of these guys came and played in the points and penalties invitational?
Boom.
It's the prize money's not as much, but what's the difference other than that?
Different things are coming out, bro.
Destroyed. This guy's hit the green in one every time on a regular public course.
Yeah. Putting for eagle on every single par four.
You know what? All they can use is a pitching wedge. That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
You gotta use the whole entire round.
The whole
for driving, pitching,
putting, everything.
Putting, everything.
Just still fucking destroy.
They'll still destroy us.
100%. And the guy's gonna hit a pitching wedge further than our drives. Oh shit, that would be fun though to have a pro playing with a pro. Even if you're in like a pro, it would be a pro am. It would be a pro rec.
Well, they had that match thing again, right? I should have mentioned that too.
Yeah, you should have mentioned that. That was Tom B-Rad and
there was the two young rookies and two older
Rogers.
Yeah, football players
and Josh Allen. Yeah. The old man won, didn't they?
Aaron was a putt that won it for them.
There you go, Kev. You could have added a little something to your
I just
segment.
did.
Oh,
for fuck's sake.
My bad.
So
did anyone watch it? Because I didn't listen to it.
Just what I saw on the it was fun. It was cool. He was showing I think he showed a ball with Tom Brady as his picture of his photo when he first started as a rookie, the Buffalo Bills quarterback. And Josh Allen. And Tom Brady comes out to play and he has the trophy on his golf ball, and he goes up to Allen and goes, "Have you seen one of these before?" He's like, "Yeah, I saw one. I have never."
Trash talk.
He had the Lombardi trophy on the ball.
On the ball.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Allen's like, "Yeah, I saw one, but that was about that."
That's funny.
Right. I don't know, Bryce, but we're gonna get here into our MVP in a few moments.
This week's points and penalties MVP, Rafael Nadal, winning his 14th French Open championship.
You sure it's 14?
Yeah, pretty sure. Okay. Fuck off, Kev. Unless you think I got it wrong.
Maybe.
Nadal beat Casper Ruud in straight sets, 6-3, 6-3, 6-0 in the French Open final on Sunday. Nadal's victory came 2 days after his 36th birthday and made him the oldest title winner in the history of the clay court tournament.
Yeah, great number. I'm good age.
So do you have fond memories
of 36?
Yeah,
man. Of my 36 when I turned 36. And
can you remember that long ago? Really?
Sometimes. I mean, my kids definitely helped me, and their birth months are 3-6. So it's a great number. Great age.
Sweet. So Nadal extends his record 22nd Grand Slam title, with Federer and Djokovic closely behind him at 20 apiece. So for extending that record and winning his 14th French Open, which I think is also a record, Rafael Nadal, our points and penalties MVP for the week.
Cheers, Rafa.
Cheers.
Hard to compete with last week, but
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. It was a tear down this week, but No, he's a superstar, and
Say a guy that's
And
smashing
nobody-
all the records.
yeah, and nobody can beat him on clay. Like
No.
it's insane how good he is on clay. And I've never played on a different surface than asphalt, and they don't even play asphalt in the pros. Like, so I don't know. It would be interesting to see how. I mean, not that I would even know how the ball reacts on an asphalt court, but I'm
On
sure
clay.
it reacts completely
you
different on
still
grass,
you
right?
still miss it all the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, for sure.
On
Unless you hit it right
grass-
at me.
On grass and clay, that's definitely going to have a different spin ratio off the ground. That's for
I
sure.
would-
But what
Yeah.
about asphalt? Hmm?
Well, a hard court, it can't be asphalt.
I know.
In the pros, like, what do you think a hard court actually is? Just
Concrete.
hard ass dirt? No, it's not concrete, man.
Isn't clay
Concrete.
the hardcore? I thought clay was.
No, like, okay, so the clay is clay because it's different than like the Rogers tournament, right? In Toronto. That's a hard court. But is it asphalt?
I'm saying it's concrete, sprayed down concrete. I mean, of course, that's basically sprayed, like painted green.
Right.
I think
like
I think it's just concrete.
huh. I mean,
challenge.
I'll challenge you. I don't think it's concrete, but I don't know. I don't have my question was, what is it like on a hard court?
Well,
So,
I think you got to give like your idea of what it is.
I don't want to take a fucking minus for not like.
It's rescinded.
See, I'd be okay with just it's not concrete. I'd be okay with that as a challenge, but I could be overruled here. But
I get what you're saying. It is definitely a challenge, but if you can't give up an answer, it's kind
he's
of
saying it's not concrete.
weak. That's just
All right,
me.
I'll say it's asphalt. I don't think it is, but I might take a minus here, but whatever. But anyway, either way, he's a fucking superstar on the clay here, and
Definitely.
like I said, nobody can beat him. So, while you guys are looking that up, I know we're talking about different colors of the court. In Toronto, I think it's blue. Sometimes in Montreal, I think it's blue as well. Another thing that's blue, Toronto Blue Jays.
Good
That
intro,
is
Yosh.
True.
That's a
Except
good
when they
intro.
were red
Or black. Back in the day, they wore black.
or gray.
Yeah, they're still
Yeah.
blue. The Jays are still blue. You know,
I
the
mean,
actual
we're-
bird.
Weren't they red today?
Yes.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Anyway, I see what you're trying to do with the transition. I just
Yeah.
felt like
Yeah, that was
fucking
great. That was good.
thanks,
That was
jerk.
good. That was good.
Well, the jerks are called. They're running out of you. Sorry.
Okay,
Seinfeld reference.
So before we move on, this is fucking fantastic. Hard courts are typically made out of asphalt or concrete.
Oh, fuck! I thought I was fucking money there. Okay, so I guess it's a wash then, isn't it?
So that's fine. Yeah, I'd call that a wash.
I also saw here that it's like it's made of uniform rigid metals with acrylic surface layer.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I wouldn't.
I'll take
I-
Pete's
I-
wash as opposed to two minuses.
It doesn't really explain that like the rigid metal materials. So it
Yeah.
could, it's at that point it could still be concrete or
Yeah, theoretically.
Asphalt. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Kev. We're both right.
All right.
Boo.
We should both get something then.
We should both get a plus one.
Nah.
I mean, we did say that it was made out of asphalt and concrete, and they are.
well, it's a good thing that you didn't say that it wasn't made.
Yeah,
you pushed
I
it
know,
through.
but really, we weren't wrong. We were both right.
Yeah, that's why it's a wash.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it should be +1 +1, boys.
I think so
Nah.
too. I
No
think so
way.
too.
That's not a challenge.
But we can get a -1 So why
Yeah.
can't you get a +1 +1?
You can both be wrong. You can't both be right.
Yeah, we're
Otherwise,
getting
We are
fucked on
both
this,
right.
man.
We are
We're
getting fucked on this.
fucked on this one.
I'm gonna
Yosh,
start
you-
setting up challenges.
you're
Me and
right.
Kev are gonna collude. We're just gonna say, I'm gonna say something. He's gonna say, no, it's also this thing. We're gonna challenge. We're both gonna get points. We'll both get 20 plus in no time.
I
You
mean,
guys
I-
just get to wear it that you guys are just really, really smart and you know what hard courts are made of.
Yeah, there you go. Nobody was wrong. Nobody loses. Nobody wins.
You know, at least it's not a minus.
There you
Could
go.
have been one for you. That was the
I
thing.
know, but you made me change it because
I
you're like,
know.
you gotta have one.
I thought you kind of needed to for that.
Hey, it worked out for me. Thanks, bud.
And me. Thanks, bud.
All right, so one thing that is definitely not played on concrete or asphalt, although at the Sky Dome they just put stuff over top of concrete when they play.
Yeah, big time.
But yeah, but anyway, Blue Jays, we mentioned last week that they weren't doing so hot, and then they came out with a sweep of the Angels, which I didn't think they did. Jesse got me on a challenge there. Fuck you. But so after starting that 22 for 20, they've won 9 of their last 11 and are currently 31-22. They sit currently second in the AL East, just 7.5 games behind the runaway Yankees, and they're up by half a game on Tampa. The Jays have been playing great, but 7.5 games this early, and I know it is early, about a third of the season. Do you think that the Yankees can be caught by anybody here? Like, it's either going to be the Jays or the Rays. Those are the only 2 teams they're going to catch potentially. But
They can be, but they won't be. No, they're winning this division.
yeah, I don't want
a lot of time left.
Yep.
So what do you think, Jess? Do you think the Jays still got this?
I think there's a chance for them to get it, but it's gonna be tough. But I could definitely see it. These guys can get hot as well as the Yankees are still.
Put your money where your mouth is. Are they doing it or aren't they?
I'll fine. Yeah, they'll take the division, like I said in the beginning.
Nice. I hope they do, brother.
Yeah, I'll stick with it. Like you said, it's not gonna be easy, and there's lots of time left, so everyone's gonna figure it out. Like we were last year with the Jays, we were struggling with them, and we kept saying there's lots of time left, and they came within a game to get into the playoffs last year, and they weren't doing so hot at the beginning because of injuries. And injuries has kind of been an issue this year, but not as much as last year. And now that it's warming up, you're going to see the ball hit more by these guys. I think they're going to be a whole lot better, which is what I said last week. But catching them will be rough, but they just got to start beating them. They can't continue losing to the Yankees because they're getting their ass kicked against the Yankees this year.
Those are the biggest games right now, for sure. All right, so Jesse, you mentioned last week we did talk about this, and we were talking about their offense and where you guys thought, we thought, are they in trouble was the question. And if I'm not mistaken, at least a couple of you guys said they're in trouble.
I mean,
are you sure?
Yep.
I think everybody was a little upset or a little worried, and except for me. I'm not worried at all.
My question was how confident are you?
Check the tapes. I was all about them Blue Jays still.
All right, so then obviously this doesn't, this run doesn't change your feeling. Like, I am still feeling confident. I agreed with you, Pete, that they probably will not win the division. Although there is lots of time. I think it's a pretty it's a long way to fall for the Yanks at this point. If they continue.
And they look really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Judge is probably going to be the MVP if this keeps up.
Where does he go? Does he still stay with the Yankees then?
If he wins the MVP, they throw him all the money in the world.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
for sure.
Now, I don't think the Jays will catch the Yankees, but as I mentioned before, to me, when I was watching these games, the Jays were having fun. And when they're having a good time, they're winning.
Yep, for sure. So they're basically projected just to win, like, I don't know, I think it's going to be like 93, 95 games, somewhere in there. And we had all of us, I think, were over that, except for Kev. I think Kev said like 90s. You were 102? I thought you were not like really low.
No, I think I said
you were like 101.
Did you change it then?
Yeah, I was 98 and you went 101, and I said I'm just going to do that Price is Right, and I went to 102.
But it doesn't seem like at this point if they continue the same pace, they probably won't even eclipse the 100 mark. Right? So be interesting. I should have went back and looked at what we actually said, because
my original was 98.
We are about a third of the way through. So
well, and it's definitely been a disappointing first third.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they haven't been terrible, but it's been disappointing with the high hopes we had for this team.
And the main thing is because of the offense, but now the offense is starting to light up.
It's starting to come around. Yeah.
So that's why I'm gonna bet on them that they're gonna get on a big roll here and catch those Yankees.
I mean, the pitching has been solid all year too. Like the
sure.
top 3 guys have been fucking great. You know, aside from Barrios' his open game there or opening game,
he's had a couple games that were kind of garbage. He's not having his best year, but he'll get his shit together.
I feel like he's a guy like he can use a couple runs early and be up because then he really settles into his game. Obviously, most pitchers are like that, but I think it maybe affects him a little bit more if you can get him a 2-run lead early, and then he really settles in and starts throwing good pitches, really good pitches. So, but anyway, speaking of Brios, this past weekend, he did a pretty nice one. He did a solid for himself and for the Jays. He had a career high 13 strikeouts versus old team, the Minnesota Twins, which I'm sure was a real nice dig for him. He really liked that. I guarantee that. And hey, we did too, because we needed the W. And it's been a while since I've been, you consistently see guys up in these double-digit strikeouts. Like we did last year, we had Robbie Ray, but it was pretty much just him. Guys were getting like 9. It's nice to see multiple guys getting lots of strikeouts. Manoa's been lights out this year, and Gossman too. So pitching has definitely been top end. Ryu has been, it's more of a miss this year than a hit, but I'm going to blame that a little bit on the injury. He's been on the IL a couple times this year, and they just currently placed him on the IL with forearm soreness again. But before doing that, he reached 1,000 career innings, making him just the second South Korean player to accomplish that feat, next only to Chan-Ho Park, who has 1,993. It's a lot more innings for Ryu to catch. If he was going to be the number 1 there, he probably won't. But this is a guy that we need to get back into pitch, just to be serviceable.
Yeah.
Be the number 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, we have Kikuchi, who hasn't been too shabby. He hasn't been crazy good, but he's been solid there. So if you get these two solid, serviceable back end pitchers, I think this. I think you have a chance, Jess. I think your prediction of them coming back has a chance, but
I'm
either way,
more favoring Kikuchi than Ryu, to tell you the truth.
Well, whatever which way you want to put them, 4-5, 5-4, whatever. But
I'm just saying, I think Kikuchi might be better than Ryu by the end of the season, just because.
Yep. Isn't Ryu hurt right now?
Well, he is, but he's going to come back, hopefully. I just think that he's just going to be our bottom end starter. Kikuchi can throw a lot more strikeouts than Ryu, and that limits contact, which is what you want, right? You don't want them hitting the ball.
For sure.
So that's why I like Kikuchi, and he's been, for the most part, pretty good. Gives up a lot of hard contact. Same thing with Barrios, but he has a lot of good stuff that makes them whiff on pitches.
So during this good bout, the Jays did win 8 straight.
Yeah.
It was great. They had 10 or more hits in 6 consecutive games throughout that timeline. And they've hit a shit ton of home runs as of late, which is nice because that's what we're built for, is hitting home runs. So, like you said, just be able to get that offense back and kind of get it back in the groove. And that's what's going to keep this team motoring forward and hopefully up the standings.
Base hits get you wins, not a lot of home runs.
In the pros, home runs can get you a lot of wins. In the pros, man. For sure.
And a home run is a base hit. You touch all the bases.
Yep. You get a 4 on the with the total base stat. You get a 4 instead of a 1. What do they say to Joe Carter? Touch them all, Joe.
Touch them all, Joe. Touch them all.
You're not going to hit it. You're not going to say what? You're not going to hit another one better.
I mean, that was true. That was the biggest home run he ever hit in his life. Show. Speaking of Joe Carter, I just recently acquired an autograph of him.
Nice.
All right.
Good you.
Yeah, man. I was pretty excited about it.
I still like to know who to sign my other baseball. Fuck.
It's probably the fucking usher, man.
Should have been.
You got 2 baseballs, eh? One you picked up off the ground, and
That's right.
Maybe if you had caught the other one, you'd know who autographed it. I don't know.
No, I mean I have one that's autographed. I just don't know who the hell it is. I mean it's an
Maybe
actual.
if you
Like,
caught it, you would have known.
I thought most likely did catch it.
I don't know.
Whatever.
You have a tendency of picking up balls off the ground.
This was in Dunedin when I was like 13, 14 years old. So there was at obviously the Jays.
So you're saying it was a practice ball?
Spring
No,
training is what he's
no
saying.
spring training.
Practice.
Yeah.
Whatever. I just don't remember who the hell signed it.
In Peter's,
But
he has a practice ball.
That's right.
yeah,
That I caught.
yes, and still went like this.
Oh.
It hurt. I didn't have a glove. It was a long toss.
What was
Did it hurt
Okay.
when you caught yours? Oh, wait. You didn't. Right.
Hey, I just remember the person that went like this that could have caught the ball. I stole it away from him. I did so.
The
Who's
best
that?
was the
Wait,
photographs after, Peter, your place. One of you guys is like, I didn't even know we took those pictures. The guys holding up the balls,
Dude.
hanging up. Like,
I was so Dundee. I don't remember like going back to your place, Pedro.
Those king cans, they do work.
absolutely. All right, guys. I went and I fucked up the rules this week, and I took 2 topics. So I got a little bit else to carry on here.
This guy.
I know.
Holy smokes.
I'm sorry. So I
Sorry,
wanted
not.
to talk about the NBA Finals. We are rolling into Game 2. Currently, Boston is up by, I think it was 4. It said before it went to commercial. So that means if Boston was up, that means that they beat the Heat, and that's where we last left our listeners and our viewers. Was Game 7 last Sunday between the Celtic and the Heat. We all wanted the Heat to win. Some of us for different reasons than others. Some of us just because the Groat was there and we wanted him to get back, and so whatever. But
Fuck boss.
the Celtics, yeah, and because fuck
No.
Boston.
Right now, go Boston. Go Boston. Right now.
No. Sorry, Kev.
No,
Fuck
sorry.
Boston.
Sorry, Yosh.
Yeah,
Fuck you. Go Boston.
fuck you, bud. So it is the Celtics and the Warriors in the NBA Finals. Celtics have won 17 of 22 Finals appearances. That's a pretty good percentage there, winning percentage. The Warriors have
And
won
Boston.
6 of 12, which is half. That's also pretty good.
Didn't they get one of those losses in like 2019 or sometime around there?
Stop
Yeah,
fishing, Peter. Stop
Yeah.
fishing.
2019.
I
Bud.
saw you. I saw
Yeah.
you.
I'm not really fishing. I'm just
The
I'm
team
just-
that
It-
won
it
that,
was the
their win
Raptors.
percentage is 100 or 1,000. Sorry, so that team is pretty good. But anyway,
1 for 1, baby.
1 for 1. In Game 1, Jaylen Brown and 36-year-old Al Horford rallied late to beat the Warriors in that game. The game was the first Finals appearance in Horford's career after playing in 101 previous postseason games, which is most in the NBA, before making it to a Finals game. And this is the second time that Horford's played for Boston, so I think it was a little extra special too that he was able to play. He played great. He hit 6 3-pointers, and the Celtics had, like I said, had a late rally, and it was pretty much the Warriors show. And then all of a sudden, the fourth quarter came around, and the Warriors kind of shit the bed. Celtics brought her back. I was not a happy camper, but Game 2 is right now. Like I said, Boston was up a few. I'm banking on the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry to have a big night here, and gonna go 1-1 and travel out to, I guess it'll be Boston, and see how that goes. So
I guess.
yeah, I guess
Probably. I mean,
probably
might be like Houston, but I don't see why it would be. Probably Boston.
Yeah. So I know that you guys are probably, it's hard to say. Like, obviously, Kev, you're on the Boston train. Pete, it sounded like you were saying still fuck Boston because it's
Fuck
Boston.
Boston.
So, Jess, where are you sitting on this? Which fence are you on?
I'm on neither. One, because I don't want you to call it right. I want to be the only one person that's called anything here at the beginning of the season. But Yeah, fuck Boston is usually what I go to.
Ah, man, I'm only saying fuck Boston because I want to be able to tie. And
You're
both
not
of
saying
us get-
fuck Boston though, bud.
No, I'm not.
You're
I'm
saying
not
go
saying
Boston.
That's right. I'm saying I'm not saying.
I like the
fuck
team a
Boston.
lot, but it's
How
just
does
the
it feel
location.
to say those words out of your mouth, Kev? Does it just
It's
like
pretty bad, but I mean,
does it
it's-
feel like vomiting almost?
You might as well get a Marshawn jersey.
No, I just don't
Hey,
want
go Boston.
Yosh. I just don't want Yosh to get that extra point. That's all. I mean,
No,
Well, he's gonna
it's-
get it.
I'm
gonna
gonna get it no matter what.
You want it?
no.
It's a tie.
If Boston wins, it's a tie.
Right, which means you get the extra
You
point
get the
because
extra
right now
point.
you're about
he's,
to get.
he's getting it no matter what.
Yeah,
The 2
I'm already
points.
got 2 no matter what. So you're the one that needs Boston to win to get the 2.
Right.
So
Go Boston.
fuck Boston. bro.
Fuck Boston.
Go
All right.
Boston.
So early in the year, I called Steph Curry for the MVP. I was wrong in the regular season, but I'm sticking with that same guns and calling him for the MVP of the finals. Now he did not have a great game in the first game, but either like Jason Tatum, you know, he was mediocre, at least on the points aspect of the game. So who do you guys think is going to win Finals MVP in 2022, the NBA?
So if Peters, you're saying fuck Boston. Why are you taking Tatum?
Fuck Boston. Because I think Jason Tatum's going to win the MVP. And I think Boston is going to lose.
Wow. That's
Wow.
a take.
Wow, because usually
Is
the
that
winning
possible?
team, the
It
winning
can
team-
happen. That
It's
can happen.
possible, but
It
that's
has
why
happened.
it's a take.
It's happened. It can happen. Probably. I don't know.
Wow. That is why it's.
I've never heard of that before.
You should challenge him. You should challenge him.
Go ahead.
You should do it.
Do it.
No, but
Let's do it.
Do
You got
it.
7 points up.
I
Come
got
on.
massive-
Challenge him.
Do it. Come on. Point leader just sit there and just does nothing
Yep.
from now on out. Well, I'm gonna take Tatum because I'm taking Boston because I want
Yeah,
my
which makes
I want my
sense.
points. I want my
Fuck Boston.
Don't-
Go Tatum.
go.
It was funny, Peter. I was the same way, but I was actually gonna think of picking Boston, but I came to my senses, obviously.
Yeah. Fuck Boston.
This whole thing that Boston's gonna lose and Tatum's gonna get the MVPs, that'll be a shocker. But
There's almost no chance it happens.
I'm
But
going with Clay.
Clay.
Thompson.
Wow.
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 Oops. That's not a bad pick. I think it starts with a K.
I just want to be different. Like, yeah, Curry would be the other one. Like, who else would be besides?
Could go Wiggins.
Curry?
Wiggins, yeah,
I
maybe.
guess, yeah. I guess he'll go Wiggins.
So can you say
Canadian
Tatum?
boy.
I
was
like
there?
Clay.
Yeah, I
I
said-
think he's pretty
yeah.
good though.
All right. So 2 for fucking shitty Boston Tatum and 2 for awesome Warriors and Clay and Curry on the MVP front. That's interesting. Jazz, I think you need to challenge Pete here, man. I really think you do. Has
You can
NBA
totally win the MVP. and
right, but
lose
has it ever
series.
happened?
But
It's
yeah.
probably happened before. It's
He's doing one of these things
fishing
again.
now. Yeah, exactly. He's got that up on his screen.
I mean, is a good fucking bait. Like I think you
Why
got to
don't you take
challenge
it
him,
then,
man.
yo?
or
Because
are you
I don't
you
have a fucking
bitch?
7-point lead.
Yeah, Jesse.
And I was gonna say I already lost one, but it was a wash. We're good.
But you
Yeah,
didn't. No,
I just don't want to give Peter got a -1 already. I'm gonna keep it at that today.
I got another -1 coming. We're
Wow.
about to get to that.
Yeah, we are. All right. So can't fish Jess into a challenge here. So let's just update our brackets. Not
Well,
much changes on the bottom end. Pete and Jesse are done. They have 0 possible left. Pete, you had 6 correct, which is not very good. Gives you a
Yippee.
-1.
Hey, I had 6 correct in the NHL too. All right.
That's right. Shows you how good you are.
Yeah.
Jess, you had 7 correct in the basketball
Screwed me
bracket.
over.
0 possible. So you guys lock up the 0 and the -1, which we are not giving today. Because it's not over yet. We'll have to wait.
Go
until the
Boston.
finals. Yeah.
Fuck Boston. Go Tatum.
And there's really, Kev, you're going to finish with 8 correct, but because you have 0 left, you're all on Miami. So the only person that can get more than 8, which I currently have, is me. So I have 8, and if I get one more right, which is the Warriors winning this bad boy, which also gives me the extra point of calling it way early in the season. It'll be nice. It'll be nice. I can't wait. I can't wait to add another +2, plus the extra. So maybe a +3. That's gonna be nice to the old PMP points.
Go Boston.
Be catching
Fuck
Jesse in
off.
no time. If he just challenges
Go
Peter,
Tatum.
for fuck's sake.
I mean, you can do it. You got lots of points coming your way.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
Don't
not
be a
up
bitch, dude.
+7. No,
Don't be a bitch, dude.
I'm being a bitch, all right. Hey, I
Just like
already
Jesse.
challenged today, all right.
It's funny watching Peter be down this low in the points card because he's had a fish to get people to come after him.
I was once that person.
You're still that person, Kev.
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
but he's on a huge winning streak.
Yeah, that's 4. If I'm mistaken, that's 4.
What's
Oh,
going
you
on
got a
here, Kev?
minus last week, didn't you? It might be 4 challenges right
Is
in a row, but
is
you
this
got
a
a
challenge
minus.
on a challenge?
No.
Maybe it is. All right, guys. Even though I had two topics this week, I hoped I kept it nice and short and sweet. It's not quite my usual. I usually blabber on, but we're gonna move on.
Ramble in.
Yeah, I'm a rambling man. What do you
Hear
want
my
from me?
song. Yep.
Were you born that way?
Yeah, man. I mean, I just talked.
You're
lots of
saying
them.
you were born a rambling man.
Yeah, I was born a rambling man.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
I was gonna say.
I mean,
I think this was supposed to be funnier, but it didn't work out.
It's like they should write a song about it or something.
I mean, I didn't, but the Allman Brothers did.
Did they? Oh, I didn't know.
I mean, they at least performed it. They might not have fucking wrote it.
we're so gun shy with Eddie.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Jess, you got a big story here in Canadian football, but not the football that we all think here. Tell us about it.
Foosball.
Not the crappy CFL, right? It's
No.
Canada soccer, and the players are going on strike for the most part, missing a couple practices. This is because they're trying to get more money or percentage more for making the World Cup. And it's just not them, it's the females too. But what we're pretty much just going to talk about is the men's right now. So right now, it looks like Canada is going to get around $10 million from FIFA for being a qualifier. And because these guys are going on strike, there was a few things that we got to just talk about real quick. And the one was with Iran, how the game was canceled because families reached out. This was from an incident that happened in 2020 when Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps shot down a Ukraine jetliner, and the manifest had 85 Canadians of permanent resident on there. So still fresh in their mind. They don't want to host Iran, who is in the World Cup. And so Canada soccer scrambled, try and get a friendly going to play Panama, who is not in the World Cup, and pretty sure we beat them in the qualifiers. So this game ended up getting canceled because of what's going on between Canada soccer and the players. So right now, there's a lot of back and forth here. There's not a whole lot of specifics, but from one person that is, or a source that is from Canada soccer, they're looking to do like a 30% percentage of that share, and the other 30% will be going to the female. So that leaves 40% for the rest of Canada soccer, and they will be going to grassroots and then a new facility in Vaughan, and just administration costs and everything like that. So that's what they're trying to settle on this, get a contract in place. The players aren't happy with it. They think they deserve more because U.S. Soccer Federation got a huge percentage for theirs. They got 80% going to the players. So like that, again, that would be female and male. So what Canada players want is 40% of that share. The men's want 40%. Just pretty much the exact same thing that the U.S. had gotten for their players. Now, they're not that far, but they are far apart for it, be it that 10%. There's also rumors that Canada Soccer was only asking for 10% for the men. And then there was also rumors that the players were asking for 100% of it too. So it's very hard to read between the lines, but I believe it's 30% and 40% is where they're looking at. So my question to you guys is, because Canada is the first time in 36 years that they're going to be going there to the World Cup, what do you think the players should continue being on this path? The only other reasons I'll put in here that I'm pretty sure the U.S. Federation makes more money because they got more of the the broadcasting deals and stuff like that. So that's why they can give their players 80%. And I don't think Canada has that. So that's why Canada Soccer is saying we can only give you 30% for the men's, so 60%. But what do you guys think of this for the players? Do you think they should continue doing this strike to try and get more than the Canada men's soccer should get more than 30%, or should they get just full?
So there's a 10% difference here, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yes.
They're giving them 30 now. They want 40.
Yeah. So between the men's,
Allegedly.
Right. Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
So all right.
These are contract talks, so we don't know the exact numbers. They're just
Of course.
they're feeding out numbers to the media and stuff, and leaks and stuff like that.
I mean, to me, this makes it is really easy. You settle on 35 and you get playing soccer. To me, it's easy as fuck. Like it's not that much more money or less money depending on what side of the field you're on. Especially when, as from a player standpoint, by the time you divide it by the 20 guys that are on the team and whatever, it's not a whole lot of extra change here. You are going to the World Cup. Sometimes you have to put the money aside and play for the World Cup. I do understand the whole thing, especially from this is very much a union dispute. But to me, it just seems like, why wouldn't you come back with, if it's only 10%, like it should be pretty easy to negotiate down 10%, like chop it in half and carry on, play some soccer. You don't want this black spot or this to create a black spot on our upcoming World Cup entrance. You want to be able to get all your friendlies in, and especially against the teams that are in the World Cup. Other teams, like I said, Jess, you've got here that the other Group F opponents, Belgium, Croatia, and Morocco, are all testing themselves against fellow World Cup opposition, and yet we're trying to maybe get a Costa Rican. Like let's step up the game, and the opponent, and let's get playing soccer here for 5%. It's not a whole lot, in my opinion.
So to me, it's annoying that the players are striking if it's over that small of an amount. Like I said, just cut it in half, get it over with.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you gotta settle on something. Even if you fucking give them everything they need, if that's what it takes, you gotta be playing these friendlies. Like, this is the first World Cup for Canada in 36, 37 years, whatever it is. And you're talking about keeping money so that you can use it towards a training center and grassroots initiatives. There is nothing that is going to help the grassroots more than a strong performance by Canada at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Nothing. So the fact that they're striking right now and they're canceling friendlies that would help you prepare for the World Cup and would have an audience watching as well, that would help grow the sport in the country, is dumb. You got to resolve this. You got to resolve it now, and you got to make sure that this team is in the best possible place it can be going into the World Cup.
You got to be in the right mindset going on. I mean, this is not the right mindset that's going on right now. You guys got to get this shit in fucking check.
Yeah.
Get this thing here in the game, not what's going on here.
Like we're talking about a difference of $500,000, right?
Yeah.
Like the 10% is obviously $1 million, but that if they settle in between, it's 500 grand. So it's not that much money. And that's what you said, Kev. Get your heads right. Like, don't worry about this 500 G's as a player, because you're not even getting that. You're not even getting 500 each. You're getting, you know, like I said, I'm assuming maybe the coaches, like, are the coaches going to see some of that 500 extra 500,000?
Come on, you would think so, man.
Yeah,
I think they're part of the administration costs. They're not-
Maybe.
So this is they're just the players.
maybe.
So they wouldn't be. They are more or less like on the side of soccer Canada.
So they're good.
they
The
get
players
some
are
of their
looking
money.
at getting an extra $25,000 if they settle at halfway. Like it's
And
nothing.
these are
Just-
also professionals that are playing elsewhere and making money.
Yeah,
as
so
well.
just-
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, like you made the World Cup here, guys. We don't need this going on. And like I said, if we're gonna do, I mean, if we won a game there or not, but this is not where I think your mindset should be. I mean, like, let's get this shit and like, let's get this deal done. And let's get our mindset on the World Cup, not
But, like,
what's
this-
going on here.
This 10 million is just for making the World Cup. So I
Yeah.
think if they win games, they might get more. It's because
Right.
where they finish out through the whole tournament.
Of course.
And if you get on to the next round, you get more money coming in too. So
That's fair.
like it'd be pretty crazy if Canada got out of the group. Like it would be wild if they got,
Wouldn't it?
but let alone win a game. But it's still, to me, like there's also some other stuff I read that Soccer Canada wasn't giving enough tickets out
Yeah.
for their families and friends, and then the families and friends had to obviously pay for themselves to try and get over there to Qatar. But it was very difficult to get tickets. Where compared to the US, they were handing out a lot more tickets to players.
And I've also heard too, Jesse, that they also used to fly them out there as well. I mean, it wasn't just on the family that would have to fly, like pay for their own tickets. I mean, they would pay for their tickets to go, but now the family's expected to pay for their ticket to go there, but receive a ticket to go to the game.
Here's a ticket to the World Cup in Qatar.
Good luck getting there.
Get there, yeah. I mean, I'd be all right with that. Like,
Come on, but where before they would actually fly you out and give you like more than like 6 tickets, now they're only giving them 2.
I mean,
And put 'em up
you're
for
also
accommodation.
talking about 36 years ago, right? Like times have fucking changed. The economy has changed. It costs a lot more money to do that. If you're referring to Soccer Canada giving out more tickets the last time they were in the World Cup, right? So, and $10 million isn't that much money, man. In the grand scheme of things, it really isn't. So,
No, and let alone like them playing well, and like we said, friendlies, like that's going to drive a business for people going to the games.
okay, right.
And, like it doesn't make sense for the both of them doing this. I think and the players, like, I get what they're saying. They want to get paid to play, which they should, but there's also something called playing for your country.
Playing for your
Country, for sure,
So
man.
it's, that's a big thing too. And this deal that the U.S. Soccer Federation, the players got out, was ridiculous. Like, this is unheard of, this kind of deal. And now Canada's trying to do it because, even obviously at a lesser end, but they don't have the broadcasting rights that the U.S. has that they'll be able to do over there in Qatar. So it's to me, like, you the best way would be just meet in the middle, 35% for the players, and then because I think the grassroots programs is big. I know Peter doesn't seem to think so, but I think it helps grow the sport more. Like, obviously them playing helps more too. So yeah, you can give into their demands, but you also want to give kids or talented kids these facilities to work in, and the competition to be there for them.
They are there. They're just trying to improve upon them. And they're there today.
Right. I'm not saying, okay, but yeah, they're trying to improve on it, and money always helps.
Yeah, but winning and appearing at the World Cup as a strong team helps more.
Not to
And-
mention that you probably make more if you win that first game or win a game in the World Cup. That's probably going to bring back way more money than this $500,000 that they're griping about.
Yeah, and like Canada's in a unique situation where a lot of the players that could play for Canada often have choices. They have dual citizenship. They can play for a separate country because we're a country of immigrants.
Mhm.
It's it's a bad look to be being cheap with the money you're going to share with the players. Maybe the next fucking Alfonso Davies. I don't know if he's a proper example or not, but maybe he chooses to play for country B instead of Canada because he knows that Canada is going to be cheap. Like this is a bad look for Soccer Canada, in my
I
opinion.
don't know, man. Like Canada's like not U.S. wealthy, but they're a pretty wealthy team too, and a lot of these where they're coming from might not be as wealthy. That's why they're immigrating here.
Maybe, but there may be some cases where you can choose to play for either Mexico or Canada.
Right.
And maybe they're going to choose Mexico because they think it's going to be a better choice and Canada is going to be fucking cheap. They're going to not give my family tickets to fucking fly to Qatar or whatever. I don't know. I think it's a bad look.
Yeah. Oh, it's for sure. It's a bad look for everybody.
Yeah, for sure. They need to be playing these games and like get prepped. Get your mindset. Kev, you hit it right on the nail there. Get your mindset. Don't worry about this cash at this point. Like to the hockey players, when they play in the Olympics, when they play in the World Cup of hockey, do they get any cash?
No idea. Never.
No,
Never heard of any dispute.
Right. No disputes, right? So that we've heard of. So to me, that would say either the pay is good or they don't get paid, or they're just happy with the percentage that is given. And
it's your country. I mean,
right.
You're putting that leaf on your chest. I mean, that's what it's all about in my mind.
Yeah. I think we're all on the same page there. Need to get playing soccer.
All righty. Who wants to take over the penalty box here?
I mean, it's your story. You might as well.
All right. I will definitely grab it. No takers. Got it.
Who's in the box? Who's in the box?
Who's in the box? Who's in the box?
Is this a new lead-in that I was unaware of to the penalty box segment?
Yeah, just pretend I'm Brad Pitt.
What's in the box?
So what is in the box is a couple of Mets. And it's for instance Francisco Lindor and Max Scherzer. And
wait, didn't you say they were dumbass Mets before?
Yeah, GSC.
In our pregame warm-up, I'm pretty sure you called them the dumbass.
Dumbasses.
Just call me out right away. Well, okay, fine. It's a New York team, so what big difference does it make? So yeah, these guys, these dumbasses, as I did not say in the live here, but I did definitely say right away, these idiots.
Dumbasses.
Dumbass.
Lindor caught his finger in a hotel door, and those doors are very heavy because they're putting them up in decent places, so they're like a fire door almost. So it'll be, those things are really heavy, so he got his finger crushed. I think he only missed a game or so, and I think he's supposed to be back playing again. His owner, the Mets owner, made quite the tweet. He said, Lindor just got hurt by a door.
Hey-oh.
That's pretty funny, actually.
We're here all week.
Yeah, quite the dad joke.
Put on.
And then Scherzer, he was, I guess his dog ended up being hurt. They went on a run or something, and he hurt the dog hurt its leg. And he went to go try and touch it, and the dog said, fuck you, and bit him.
Now, I wonder if the dog had a different color eye. Because I know Max Scherzer has a brown and a blue eye.
Every time.
Holy fuck. Here we go.
You love
we don't know.
The number one.
What kind of dog was it? I mean,
like some huskies have, a blue and a brown eye.
There's lots of dogs that have dual eye colors.
Yeah,
for
right.
sure.
I wonder if just, if Max did that just because he has a blue and a brown eye. That's just
yeah, I don't know. That's not something I really care.
Come on, Jesse.
I mean, I should have anticipated him asking this question, but
wow.
I just didn't care that much. The dog's name is Raph.
Oh, you got the name though.
Yeah, the name of the dog.
Yeah, I got the name of the dog. I got a Raffy. So
Raffy? Is that his name? Raffy?
So there is, and it's a girl.
Huh.
So I didn't think that was a girl's name, but I've never
To
really
each
heard
their
that
own.
name on a whole lot. Yeah, to each their own. But these guys are in our penalty boxes because these dumbass Mats can't seem to not get injured. But it also alludes to a lot of baseball players that have really weird injuries that happen during.
Didn't
the
Robbie
season.
Ray fall downstairs last year?
Yeah, he got hurt, and then I think I forget what Stroman did, but it was something stupid too when he tore his ACL. And then last year, I think it was Jesus Luzardo punched a wall because he lost in some Fortnite or Call of Duty or something like that.
Oh yeah, there was a guy that was going in the pitcher in the playoffs, and he punched something in celebration last year because they made the fucking playoffs and they made the
Broke
next
his
round.
hand or
He
something.
broke his hand and he couldn't help out. I can't remember who it was, but I do remember.
Oh
that.
yeah,
Dumbass.
That's
Yeah.
a dumbass show.
These baseball players need to be wrapped up in bubble wrap. It seems like because
Yeah, man.
they keep doing big dumb decisions and mistakes.
Yeah, and the least amount of contact sport.
they're just super klutzy. I know the sport has cleaned up all the contact in it too, and these guys are still getting hurt.
Now it's super soft.
Yeah,
Guys are getting hurt by doors.
Doors and
fucking
dogs.
dumbass, man.
Dumbass.
That's funny.
Alrighty, Peter. Why don't you take us into
You know what, Pete? You should tell us who else is a dumbass this week.
It's me.
Sorry, Jess, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just thought that would be pretty funny, and I had
that was
to jab
way
a
better.
little bit.
That was way better.
Yeah, so the only challenge worth challenging today, because there was another one that was just a wash, because both guys were
Right, and we should have got a
sort of
positive,
right.
but
No.
We
got
should have.
screwed on that. Yeah.
Got fucked over.
Yeah.
But at least I got one on the NHL guy.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So Kevin got me.
Again.
I thought it
again.
was again.
It seems like I
Kev,
think Kev should just take over the NHL at this point.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine.
No. I want to get, I need more challenges. You take
Then
over,
I can
Pedro.
start taking some back. All right.
Maybe.
Easy to sit on the sidelines. And
Let's not
challenge.
get carried away here, Pete.
So I had said that the Tampa Bay Lightning's winning streak after losing a playoff game was 17 games. It sounds like it was in fact 18 games. No bueno. So Kev got a point. Peter lost a point. And our NHL bracket points are hitting the books this week, even though it's not done. Our brackets are done. There's enough separation there that all the finishing spots are locked in. So on the episode, Peter was a -1 for -3 on the season. Kevin was even for -7 on the season. Jesse's +2 for +7 on the season.
Ooh.
And Yosh is a +1, climbing to -1 on the season. With another 2 already in the bag.
I should be fucking even today.
You're positive though. You're positive as soon as probably next episode, maybe in the following.
Maybe.
No, but I mean, I
what
should be
happened with the
even for
NHL?
season.
You had you picked the Avalanche to win, and then you didn't continue picking them.
Yeah, I mean, I called the Avalanche in this.
What happened to
win
sticking
it.
to your guns?
Hey, man, we all make mistakes, but
Things change.
yeah, but I
But
mean,
that
Colorado
wasn't a
still does
mistake.
it. If Colorado still does it,
I mean, you wouldn't have gotten a -1 here. Could have been really embarrassing.
I didn't get a -1. I mean, I'm even. What are you talking about?
You got a -1 in the bracket.
Well, whatever. What else is new?
I mean, not much. You
Exactly.
always getting the minuses in those brackets. You and Pete.
Yep.
Actually, you're doing fine in basketball, Kel. You're doing real good in basketball. I can't follow you on that.
Go
one.
Boston.
Fuck
Fuck
Boston.
Boston.
Go Tatum.
Go Tatum.
I still think somebody's got to challenge Pete. Oh fuck, we're already past the scores. Damn it.
I already did, man.
For what it's worth, I did look it up before the show, and Jerry West, the inaugural winner of the award, is the only other player, or I guess
Wow.
the only player, to ever win
See, he
the
was
Finals
fishing. I knew
MVP
it.
and
Huh.
not win the championship.
So you look
Huh.
shit. You look shit like that up, but you still look into the NHL.
See, the NHL, I just fly off the seat of my pants because I kind of know what I'm talking about. I don't look up anything.
All right.
Comes off as an expert, but is not so much.
I just don't look anything up. I just fucking shoot in the hip.
Dang.
You know.
Fuck. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. So Pete, you were the dumbass today. You're also the bitch.
Today.
Yeah. I think you're the bitch as well. So why don't you start up with how your drink was?
Well,
You're
after that loving introduction,
sorry, buddy. I do love you though. I do love you.
my Broadhead Brewery Blueberry Blonde. See, if it was a stronger percentage, I
You'd be
wouldn't have been able to say that.
That's true.
And it's a beer. My Broadhead Brewery Blueberry Blonde beer.
It's
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
It was very good.
It was very good, very good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a weird flavor for a beer having blueberry in it, but it works. It works. I don't know if I'd do it again, but not bad, not terrible. Jesse.
No.
Okay, Kev.
No, he's like, no, don't take my. I'm here.
Kev, how was your beer?
I don't care who you go to. If you go to Jesse, put him in
Too
right
late.
by
I went
order.
to Kev.
Apparently, it wasn't good enough for you. You're the producer of this show right now.
Thanks, Pedro. The Collingwood Whites Bay, India.
India,
Yeah.
not Indian.
Attaboy.
India.
Attaboy.
At a 6.1. I liked it. I mean, it's something I haven't had on the show before. I mean, hence the reasons why I got it. It was good. See, Pedro, Jesse, how was your drink?
Do we have an order? I just
I didn't
pick
know
somebody.
there was an order either. I mean, he's editing anyway, so he's just gonna switch it all around.
I could.
Yeah, so I had the side launch, Fifth Coast Hazy IPA. Very good with the camp in and everything like that. Solid for 6.4. Second place, only to Yosh, but
First
Yeah, this is-
loser.
yeah. Well, I'm just not a bitch. How's that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're within the bitches, yeah.
Yeah, no, someone else is there. Someone else is at the bottom.
Someone
else is there.
there's
at
three
the
of us
bottom,
all together.
struggling
In
constantly.
No, there's
In points
there's
and
bitch,
penalties.
There's vice bitch, there's champ, and there's vice champ.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Vice champ. I like this new order.
We're not playing asshole here. No.
Who you calling an asshole?
But champ, what do you want to tell us about your beer?
Well, we all know that I'm the champ.
I mean,
Like
your
a
shirt
base.
even. I was going to say your
What-
shirt
what?
says "We the Champ," but it's "We the North."
That's we the
Never mind.
North. Yeah.
Never mind.
Close enough, bud. We were the champs in 2019.
Yeah. Good
All right.
year.
Other champion this week, Lake of Bays Brewing Flight Plan Double IPA. It's got an 84 IBU, which means it's pretty fucking hoppy. It's a strong beer, 8%. Took the fucking championship today. Tasty beer. I liked it. Finished it up pretty much just on time though. Didn't go crazy with it. Didn't have to crack open a backup this week, but
He nursed it.
no, it was a quick
Like
show.
like a bitch.
We're like at an hour and a half, boys. This is a quick show for us. Like, holy.
Holy.
Holy, settle
Hang
down.
on, we got a couple more points that Kevin's got to get to before we finish this.
So Scotty Barnes, you guys want to talk
The 3-point line and the hoop size.
Oops.
It should change, damn it.
Yeah. Kev, do you think the pros in baseball should hit softballs? Be easier for home runs, right?
No, they should be using aluminum bats.
Oh, all right. All right. Anyway, we don't want to get into that shit. Definitely not. So I'm the champ. That's all there is to say about that. Reigning, I guess I wasn't rating MVP this week, but we had to give it to somebody else. We didn't play
course.
golf, so again, the talent level is a little subpar this week compared to last week, but you know, that's just me floating my own boat. Sorry, Rafa, you're pretty awesome at tennis.
On clay.
Anyway,
Not
I'm gonna shut
concrete,
up now. I got one
Not
little
asphalt.
thing. What?
Not concrete or asphalt.
Okay, we'll
Just
try to
straight
wrap
on clay.
this up.
Oh,
bro.
sorry,
Better
my
now.
bad. Sorry.
You know what? We should have both got a point. These guys,
I'm
are
telling
killing
you.
us.
No way.
Yeah,
We got fucked over.
yeah.
Okay, me and
I'm
I'm
Jesse.
sure there's
gonna-
been washes before, so just calm down.
Me and Jesse gonna collude next week on something
There was
stupid.
no collusion, you fuck.
I know, but we're going to. We're just gonna collude on something every week.
I
so we
can't even
both get a
spell
point.
collusion. How could I plan something like that?
It's not like we were hanging out yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
there,
either.
right there.
See,
Shit, you fucked it up, Kev. Fuck.
red flag, red flag.
All right, you fucks. For all of you, for me, for everyone here at Points Penalties, I'd like to thank all our listeners for listening, all our viewers for viewing. Please subscribe on YouTube, wherever you get your podcast, right about here. No, other way, Kev. Oh, yeah, there you go. No matter how you follow us, like us, subscribe to us, do it. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Points Penalties, all that good stuff. Until next week, guys, we're going to do this really good this week. Ready? Until next week, stay out of the penalty box. That was